Good day sanibonani njani. My name is Mpumelelo Kamshango Shabalala Uchakuthi ngalamavusi amhlophe ofisele nakuba kuyena. So guys, on today's video I'm doing a vlog. I'm currently back in South Africa. So today we are traveling to Drakernsburg, Drakernsburg Southern Sun Resort, I think. But then yeah, we're traveling there. It's about a 3-hour drive from Durban, Ekaya. I'm gonna pass by Ngilande, my beautiful partner, at some place around Durban, and then we're gonna travel to Drakernsburg. So do stay tuned. I'm gonna show you the room tour, obviously the place, as well as my cost breakdowns. But then yeah, right now it's a Monday. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm currently here at the police station. I need to sort out some documents to sort medical aid things for people who are still here at home. But then yeah, then I'm gonna be heading to a Drakenspur. So bafethu, do stay tuned. Danko.
So yeah, Bafethu, after driving from APMB, whereby we had some lunch, we just took the off ramp from Entry Lana, heading to go Lonscope. Lizindawo are the same places that are gonna be taking us to the Drakensberg Sun Resort, which is where we are going. So I just wanted to take a video starting from here just to show you the beautiful land that we do have in South Africa, the beautiful landscape, especially prior to these mountains. These areas are also good for agriculture. So you do find a lot of farming in this area. You do find a lot of livestock farming, especially all inland parts of South Africa, to go Vryheid and so on, go Newcastle. These inland places, they do a lot of livestock farming, probably because of the fields, the mountains, and also the green land that these areas do have. Although it is summer in South Africa, so niyazibonela nani ukuthi it was actually dry from winter. I confuse these things because when it's winter in South Africa, it's actually summertime in China. So it was during winter, hence you can see Wuti, some of the grass on the side of the road was actually burnt. So they do this just to make sure new fresh green grass actually grows afterwards, so that herds of cattle can eat proper grass and so on. But then yeah, this is where you get to see some of the land. The land here, some of it is owned by the Ingonyama Trust, which means it's under the Traditional Lands Authority, and some of the land is also owned by white people who still run the farms, the ones who still own all these resorts you find surrounding Drakensberg. So some of the land here is a mixed masala, but then they do own quite beautiful land, and they do take good care of it, especially as you can see on the side. You will see these farming places are still well maintained. You can see some of the grasses when you are driving along this road, which will lead you to a Loscope. Ngihlezi ngizwa ngendaba zoloscope, iy'ndawo zala koloscope just after ko-Escort kuba noloscope eNgonyameni. These are the places that actually lead to Drakensberg Mountain. But then yeah, the dates bafisa namhlanje umhla ka-12 August 2024. This is just a 2-day trip. We will be back on the 14th of August, and Usbanban is going to head to Johannesburg. I'm going to stay back in Durban and actually go to my rural areas in Pangeni, whereby I actually did another video that's going to be coming up for you guys, whereby I speak about some rural properties in Mpangeni, and I actually take you on a tour of a nice village that I know very well in Mpangeni, and people are actually building mansions in that land. So I will also be showing you that on the following vlog after this. But okwamanje sisasemjolweni, we just showing you guys indlela heading to the Drakensberg Sun Resort. The place cost 4,850 something rand to book for 2 nights. It includes the breakfast. It also includes dinner buffet, which I will be showing some of the videos by eating gulezindawo. And also wanted to show you this garage, guys. When you drive this part of town, this is the brand of a garage that I seem to only see, especially in this area, from taking the N3 Uzuyofika Drakernsburg Resort. I think I saw about 2 or 3 garages in this area, and they all with that brand. So I'd love to know maybe if someone knows the owner of this brand garage that we just saw over there. So yeah, but I think lana sikule ndawo okuthiwa iseyingonyameni, or yeah, eyingonyameni is this place, or etatane. Etatane was the places that we passed. So I'm actually doing this voiceover like a month later. So some of these places is ngizoyigeja, but then along the way, if you are using i-GPSs or GPS ukuthi where are you passing actually right now, but indawo ilaphana udlula ephangweni, kube kobheka izulu, kube sengonyameni nasetatane, and then udlule phansi lapha kolonscope, where we saw actually a factory that does school kids uniforms and actually shoes. I think it's the Beta factory. I'm sure I did see that over there. But then yeah, Bafetu, when it comes to this part of the land here, you see this is where residential people live. This area can get very, very cold, especially in winter, because of the mountains that are close in this area. So if uhlala ngalana bafethu uyafa ishweza, but other than that, people are living here, and I always tend to have questions that people who work who live in these areas, which is the nearest city, how are they making their livelihoods. And another thing I noticed that when actually driving on this road is that a lot of people actually use bicycles. As you can see, I call them a taxi, but I think after some hours they do vanish, so people just resort to buying some bicycles. And as I was saying about agriculture and livestock farming, you can actually see these cows are well fed, especially for during winter. So you can see what they are managing to get some grass just to eat in this area, even though it's during winter. So yeah, anyways, bafethu akanisidaisele inkomo. I can see abanye bethu mhlambe bafuna ukushada nje asazi, but ke akanisidaisele inkomo, especially the guys from inland. And another thing I want to speak about and actually praise about this place and the people who own this land is that they've decided to utilize the tourism sector, especially in this place, whereby there are these mountains, and a lot of people love actually traveling to visit these mountains. And as you can see along these roads, you'd find Wuti. There are small cafes, there are small playing game thingies such as zip climbing and all these activities for families, because they know a lot of tourists actually travel around this area. You'd find good Kubanama restaurants just specifically and next to the road, trying by all means Wuti to get the tourists that drive like I am driving myself on this main road. And nonetheless, there's a lot of resorts in this area. So if you want to book, we are actually booked a southern resort, I used booking.com. So if you want to check a lot of places to book at Drakernsburg along the mountain, you're going to find a lot of places on booking.com that are actually going to give you access to booking in this lovely area. So yeah, here is another place, Four Rivers Adventure. That's where you also do some canopy tour, also some hiking. There also some golf playing things here, some activities for the kids. So if you are a teacher like myself, perhaps you can just take your kids on a school trip and actually come to Drakernsburg and enjoy these places. Just like we actually did back in my primary school, we actually had a trip for 2 nights in Konalai Drakensberg. I didn't enjoy it at the time because I was still young. I was in grade 7, I think, and when we came here, it was actually very cold. The mountains even had some white snow all over it, so I really didn't enjoy it. The memories I had all these years of Drakernsburg was just me wearing all my jackets from the moment I came in Drakernsburg and actually left. But then this time around, it was much different. As you can see, Guti, there's much sunlight, there's much freedom towards actually doing what I want to do and actually not being limited as I was back in grade 7. I know when you are not alone, you're traveling with someone, it's not as bad as traveling as a kid or traveling alone. So a lot was to be enjoyed on this trip, but this time around, rather than 15, I don't know how many years ago I did grade 7. But then Yabafetu, and also the road on this area, I'd have to say it's also actually well maintained. Besides, when you are going Golon Scope, Yabafetu, when you are heading there, you'd have to drive slow. Actually, I'm driving a Starlet. I decided to change Isuzuki tire that I was driving just for this trip in Gitati Starlet because it's a bit higher, and I was skeptical ukuthi imigwaqo yalana ngabe izoba njani when I'm heading on this but then other than that, the road was fine. As you can see, these are some of the resorts in this area. We're going to be taking it off ramp very soon, and we're going to be heading to our final destination where I will be showcasing you guys ubuhle bemvelo and our nice day, the nice food. Another thing I would love to talk about is the car that I'm driving from this area, especially for people who want to travel also from Durban to Drakernsburg, which is going to be plus minus 4 hours at most. When it comes to a full tank on a Starlet or it's a similar car with the same engine, you have a full tank which is about 800 rands, 900 rands. Izokuthatha ikubuyise back to Durban. So I actually did a trip from Durban, ngayigcwalisa yaba full tank, paid like 900, and then I went to Drakernsburg and actually came back on the same full tank and actually ended up at the airport. So from Drakernsburg to the airport when I was heading back with the same full tank, and I only filled it up at the garage by the airport. There was still also some 1 or 2 bars left. So when it comes to maybe hiring a car for this distance, I do pick a motor that doesn't have as much petrol power or engine that's going to chow petrol. So I actually saved a lot when it comes to the petrol and actually driving here with this car. Can you drive a quid to this area? Yes, you can, but on the freeway you're going to be driving very slow because there are a lot of trucks, and also the mountains, you're going to be driving very slow. But then other than that, those are the beautiful mountains of Drakernsburg that we are seeing and we are approaching to. Siyazi ukuthi futhi across those mountains actually lies a small country which is within South Africa known as Lesotho yabeSuthu. So for those who don't know, we know in the current Olympics that took place, a very famous man from Lesotho just won the hearts of many South Africans and Africans in general by being the champion of the 200-meter sprinter race, I think, whereby he beat this American guy who was expected to win. But then, yeah, shout out to my neighbors, shout out to the champions of the Olympics that made us proud. But then, yeah, Bafetu, we are at the Drakersburg Resort right now. I am showing you guys just outside the morning because Mhlasfiga it was already in the afternoon. So we decided to take a nap, and obviously I am showing you a room tour the following morning. So this is it. Outside you do have some gaming activities. Lapha uyakwazi ukudlala chess, snake and ladders with your child or your partner, whoever you are traveling with. We also did some small boat cruise nyana on the dam that is in the place that surrounding this area. We couldn't do a hiking in Bafetu, which was the actual important thing that we should have done. But Umokelo wasn't feeling 100%, and the hiking trip was actually very long on the day that we were going to be traveling on in the morning, and also on the 14th whereby we are traveling back to Durban. Nakhona futhi hiking, the kilometers were just too long, so take pass when it comes to hiking and actually walking, because Umokelo wasn't 100% fine. I think it was the jet lag coming from China, being up and down obviously when you arrive in South Africa. Maybe she needed the rest yoguti akwazi recover. But then nonetheless, we played bingo lana. I actually won the bingo game. Abantu abawazi bingo, they just call out a set of numbers, and if all your numbers are called first, then you are the winner. And actually bangiwiniseke ibhodlela lewayini, ngingazi ke ngizolenzani ibhodlela lewayini bafethu ngoba I do not drink alcohol. But then this is inside the room. This is the bathroom. The shower is obviously linked to the bathtub. I did take a shower gelana bafethu. I do not like the bathtub, especially camping, as relaxing as it is, but I always prefer a shower. That's the wine that we got. We ended up giving it away to my neighbor back in Durban. That's the small bar fridge it comes with. This was the second night, so we decided to also order some extra food. So I was just showing you guys because I was not going to have the time to actually take a room tour and show you everything. But then lapana nyabona ukuthi there is the old style air condition. This was also visible in a premier hotel we booked at OR Tambo. So they do need some developments when it comes to these technologies, and these are the events that happen daily. Nyabona lapha kuno family bingo, whole barbecue. You can also do some games lapana. There's a gaming room, so there's a lot of activities that are actually free in this area, whereby you don't have to pay anything. You just pay to come and sleep, and then other activities are included in the package. So we enjoyed that. I actually wanted to do a quiz 40, but then the dinner was too nice buffet, especially the buffet yala. For dinner, it is a very I'd eat for 2 hours clear buffet. Have one plate, have two plates, rest for 10 minutes, have a third plate, have a fourth plate. That is me buffet when it comes to food. I love food. I love it when it's well done, especially because I'm covering the score ngoba ngisuke ngisazobuyela ema-Chinese buffets, and Chinese they really can't cook compared to South Africans. We did have some conversations with the chef that was in the area, and also because it was midweek, we were kind of like the only black tourists that were on the site. So we did have a lot of chit chats with the staff members because they were one of us. And I also was introduced to one of a Mshengu family member that actually works there. So I heard Mshengu, how there's another Mshengu working here. So shout out to Mshengu lo osebenza khona la ekhaya bafethu. But then this is where we are heading by the reception. Reception you take the steps on the left. It's gonna head you down to the dining area where the business, the famous business, the best business that we love the most actually happens. And this is it. One of my friends, I get excited when we speak about food because that's the part I love about traveling and actually going to hotels. It's just to taste that there are different buffets. We'll see which hotel has the best buffet when it comes to ukudla. This one, I think it was the breakfast buffet. As you can see, they have everything: scrambled eggs, they have muffins, jams, scones. You can actually kunama-sausage abekiwe laphana, baked beans, chakalaka was also available. Nyabona kumem laphana wenza toast, but then these are the scones. You add some jam. Lana futhi kuno butternut, kuno ban curry. Hey bafethu, I ate a lot. I was tasting everything here just to check ukuthi kumnandi kangakanani konke. And I bafethu, hands up, I give them 11 out of 10 when it comes to breakfast la bangenzelile bafethu, because the food we eat in China once again. But then this is where we are playing bingo. I actually won lana with bingo. So ngibashaye bonke amakhanda futhi niyazi-ke nani bafethu ukuthi mina uma nginongamla nje ngiyabagqilaza kuphela nje angenzi okunye nje ngiyabagqilaza. So here I ended up winning, and this is the bottle of wine that we won. So yeah, no one was swimming obviously. Nanokuthi bekhona thina-ke thina sizwana nokubhuda abantu bemvelo yakithi. This is when we are actually heading down, just trying to show you guys that the whole area. There's also some villas that you can book in this area for the whole family. Kunane-golf-ke bafethu niyabona ney'moto zegalofu la. They were actually picking up some granny who ended up not being able to walk up because the area is quite mountainous. So even the yard nayo, it does need some strength just to get up to the hotel. As you can see, you have to go up these steps, and the dam is actually downstairs. So that is quite a mission for the old people when they have to come here. And volleyball, you can actually play some games, take pictures. You can do anything you want to do here. This is the beautiful setup for your children. If this is where you can actually let them play, enjoy. There are some cats, some birds just passing by. And we also saw inyamazane, also known as the springbok, which was just roaming around this area. There's also horses, there's also zebras in this area, whereby they just roam around. So you're gonna see some sort of live animals that are gonna be just roaming around the area, just to give you the parts you would see. You're not in the CBDs, you're not in the big cities of Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town, and so on, but rather you're in the countryside. So yeah, but you always have to take pictures on such things for Abo Instagram. So we also took some pictures here. We were just waiting to head to the boat that is going to take us around this dam and actually teach us a few things about the fish in this area, the birds, especially surrounding Lamanzi, and actually just the history of the dam when it was made, some of the animals that are in this area, a voucher, and all those things regarding the Drakernsburg Sun resort. But then yeah, this is it, Buffett. So yeah, Buffett, so please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, ask any questions regarding this trip. I think the full budget that actually cost for this trip to happen, I would say it is around 7,500 to 8,000 rands because we ended up also buying some food along the way. We had a stop, go PMP, but when it comes to the petrol in motor, we used one tank which was like 900. What else? When it comes to booking, it was just it was 4,800 and something and some change actually for 2 nights in this area. We didn't have to buy anything. The food was already there, breakfast and also eat dinner, which was enough to sustain us singadlinanga lunch, even though we did have some snacks from back in Durban. But then yeah, Bafethu, thank you for always watching and supporting my YouTube channel. For those who are also supporting my hustle, I do ship on my cell phone. I do ship some goods from China, as you know, goods in China. So I do assist people who want to get some goods here in China and actually send them back to South Africa for you guys. Just nje ngemali ke drink kuphela, and that is what I do. Get nje danko.